UNITech is this week hosting a high-powered delegation from the University of Papua New Guinea. The UPNG SRC President and Vice President travelled to Lae in a show of support for the UNITech campaign to have Dr. Albert Schramm reinstated as Vice-Chancellor. The visit comes in the second week of a boycott aimed at drawing the government's attention, but so far the government has remained defiant. Albert Schramm is still in Australia, and the government maintains he can't return until his work documents are processed.
NASA will always want to...
The National Academic Staff Association, meanwhile, says the boycott has achieved some success.
So if there is anything that we have achieved here, it is that understanding that we cannot take the national government seriously anymore.
Yesterday, students gathered at the forum. So far, the student body has presented a united front, a far cry from the ethnically divided UNITech from a few years ago. UNITech's SRC, meanwhile, has maintained that the push is not about Dr. Schramm, but about transparency and accountability in one of Papua New Guinea's biggest universities.
Academics should run this university, not politicians. Our libraries are run down, internet services are too bad, messing facilities have run down, we are doing bushfire cooking, even at the moment when I'm talking. Our dormitories have never been improved for the last 20 years. UNITech is literally run down.
The UPNG SRC president says students all over the country need to make a stand against instances of bad governance in universities. Papua New Guinea state-run institutions have long been plagued by allegations of corruption and instances of bad management. The university councils and the top management have, on many occasions, been at the center of the controversies. The University of Papua New Guinea is no different. It has its own challenges, and it is currently in debt by over 60 million kina.
And how can the government bring the standard up? That is to put transparent people in place, those who have good management skills.
A lot of our national staff left this place because the contract was not renewed, not because they cannot perform, but because they question the management of why things are not going right here.
Meanwhile, the UNITech investigation team led by retired Judge Mark Sevua has announced the start of the investigations. It comes more than 3 months after the Prime Minister's announcement in Lae. Scott Waide, National MTV News, Lae.